Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you welcome back to my space. You already know what we do. Is your boy, Easy Boy, and we're back again with some damn brand new reaction video. Jeez, you know what? I just saw this one on my page. I was like, damn, what the hell is happening? I don't know much about Dimash, so there was a documentary for me to see. So I'm here to check it out. Ladies and gentlemen, please follow me. Let's go see what we got.
No one can match his voice. But why is Dimash so underrated?
Yeah. This is a real question though. Why is this guy so underrated? I've never knew this guy before all my life. And come to think of it, this guy has one of the most incredibly voice in the world. And still, most people don't even know him. It's crazy. I want to know why.
He sings in 8 languages, has a range no one alive can replicate, and the kind of stage presence that makes stadiums hold their breath. But what is the reason that someone gifted with a once-in-a-generation voice still remain just under the surface of mainstream fame?
Exactly.
What if the world hasn't overlooked Dimash by accident? Who benefits from keeping Dimash a secret? And what has he risked by refusing to play along? More than just the talent that he was born with, this story is about the sacrifice, cultural resistance, and a quiet rebellion. Because once you understand who Dimash really is and what he's chosen to give up for his art, you'll never listen to him the same way again.
Yeah, I
From
think.
the very start, Dimash's life felt like the goddess of music was pulling the strings from heavens. Born on May 24th, 1909 in the western city of Aktobe, Kazakhstan, he was practically raised in a musical house.
Wait, guys, wait. These are the most important information that I want to see right now. He was born on May 24, 1994. Damn! 1994! Damn! I'm even older than this guy. Damn! What the hell? In the western city of Aktobe, Kazakhstan. Okay, he was practically raised in a musical household. His father, a poet. Now I understand more. His father was a poet and singer too. And his mom, a renowned soprano, filled the home with melody and warmth. Guys, I think we have a little idea of what the child was supposed to be.
In the western city of Aktobe, Kazakhstan, he was practically raised in a musical household. His father, a poet and singer, and his mother, a renowned soprano, filled the home with melody and warmth. Dimash was introduced to structured music education by age 5. And while most children were learning their ABCs, he was learning complex piano keys and vocal techniques at the Akhmet Zubanov Music.
That was at age 5 already. That children barely knew how to speak correctly. Him at age 5, he was already handling the piano, bro. What the hell? Okay, I see that.
Music College, an institution known for training Kazakhstan's finest. Even as a child, Dimash's appetite for sound, art, and creative expression was insatiable. He learned multiple instruments, from the dombra to drums, and absorbed styles that ranged from classical and folk to blues and pop, always chasing a sound that felt truly his own. It's easy to romanticize his childhood, but imagine the pressure on those small shoulders.
Yeah.
Endless hours of practice. The
He's right. That's what most of us don't see about this guy over here. Our pressure is taking the shoulders down. Like the hours of singing, of practicing, hours of learning, of like pressure not to do mistakes. Bro, like too many things. This guy here is living, but the pressure that he has over him must be like some kind of a tsunami. Damn, it's too heavy to handle, I swear to God.
Expectations of growing up in a musical household and the tension between being a prodigy and still being just a boy. In an environment made to test him at every turn, Dimash truly flourished beautifully. He earned perfect scores in school, completed a master's degree with top honors at the Kazakh National University of Arts.
Damn, he was not only good at singing, he was smart too. He was smart. He went to school. Damn, cool.
And even received recommendations to pursue a PhD. While his peers were still trying to figure out what to do with their lives, Dimash was already performing internationally and refining a thesis on the image of traditional musicians. His academic background wasn't a plan B to fall back on. Rather, it gave him the intellectual grounding to shape his voice beyond a just performance, a message. That message found its first global stage in 2015 when Dimash won the Slaviansky Bazaar competition in Belarus, a platform known for launching talents.
I'm pretty sure that when he was performing at that show in 2015, when the others saw him, bro, they were like, damn, there is no competition. I'm pretty sure that they felt the voice 100%, and they were not able to compete against him. I'm pretty sure, 100%.
Across Eastern Europe. And then in 2017, the moment that changed everything, his participation in the Chinese show singer. Unlike Western audition shows filled with amateurs and hopefuls, Singer was an elite competition of seasoned professionals. And yet, here came Dimash, practically unknown in China, stepping into that arena as the youngest contestant. He chose to sing Essos d'un terrien en détresse, a haunting French classic known for its brutal vocal demands. The language wasn't his. He'd learned it phonetically, but none of that mattered. As he sang, the room transformed.
What the hell? This guy went to China? Bro, he was the youngest. It's a little bit scary though. He didn't even know how the public was going to respond to him. All he knew was that his voice was going to save him. His performance was going to be something that they will live to remember. But it would have turned out somehow. But he went there and gave what he got.
Judges stood, viewers at home wept, and his performance went viral across continents.
For sure.
What people didn't see was the work behind the scenes.
Exactly.
The hours spent perfecting pronunciation, the strain of singing at the edge of his 6-octave range, the mental exhaustion of pouring everything into a single song, night after night. In later episodes, he sang in Mandarin, once again a language he didn't speak, delivering the ballad Autumn Strong with such raw feeling that it crossed all barriers. Even people who had no idea what the lyrics meant felt something in their hearts. And this is Dimash's gift, the ability to sing beyond just to eat.
You know, if you love music so much and you're someone that is being touched by music, when you see this guy singing for real, I swear to God, 100%, it's gonna come through you. Like your heart is gonna feel it. The voice only, without even talking about the performance, only the voice and the way he interprets, bro. If you love music, I swear to God, you're gonna feel it.
People in Europe, Latin America, and the Middle East started discovering him. His voice was being compared to greats like Andrea Bocelli, Freddie Mercury, and Luciano Pavarotti. He could do opera, pop, rock, jazz, often within the same song. But instead of chasing fame around the globe, he returned home to continue his training and compose music.
That is what I'm loving about this guy right now. Because although he gained fame across the world, but this guy still returns to his homeland without showing off, without letting the world know that, okay, I'm this, I am that. No sort of a bling bling things. He's just keeping it on the low. That's one thing that I found incredible about this guy. Bro, he's a family guy. He was well raised by his parents, and God blessed him too. Come on. Bro.
His next leap came in 2019 on The World's Best, a US-based talent competition judged by global experts.
Wow. They all stood up.
From the very beginning, Dimash was a fan favorite. His presence, elegance, and of course his voice earned thunderous praise. But then something unexpected happened. Just before the championship round, Dimash withdrew for a reason that you'd never expect. He didn't want to compete against a teenage pianist, feeling it was unfair to place a seasoned professional like himself against a child still establishing their craft. Needless to say, his decision was shocking. Some judges criticized him, others pleaded with him to reconsider, but he stood on his ground.
He stood on his ground. You know, this one here just make me love this guy. Yeah, he he thought that it was unfair to compete with someone that was not as professional as he was. Bro, he knew that it was going to be so easy for him, bro. You understand? Although he was criticized, but he stood by his word. Bro, this kind of guy is someone that we should take example from.
In a world that often teaches us to chase our ambition, even at the cost of trampling others, Dimash chose humility. The
Exactly.
bold move showed the truth. Beyond his voice, Dimash was a man of deep convictions.
Yeah.
But even convictions have their cost. After the show, he went silent for months. He had developed a serious vocal strain. For someone whose identity was so closely tied to his voice, it was terrifying. Imagine not knowing if your gift would ever fully return. He didn't perform, he barely posted, and to say that fans were worried would be an understatement. When he finally returned to the stage in 2020 in Almaty, Kazakhstan, it felt miraculous in the best way. His voice had lost none of its fire, and the crowd welcomed him like a returning hero.
You know, it's pretty hard to lose something that you were gifted with from the Most High. Pretty hard, bro. This guy is like a saint. You know, humility, respect, bro. He got it all to himself. There's a lot of work that he has been putting through that no one knows. Even when he went off for like months, he was still working. But behind the scenes, he was literally using his voice every day. I feel that way, bro. You know, talent needs to be worked through. You need to work your talent like every fucking day to be at best of it. If not, bro, it's gonna fade away. For real.
What they didn't know was how close they came to losing him. The years that followed saw Dimash expanding his influence across genres and borders. In early 2025, he teamed up with Grammy-winning producer Walter Afanasieff to release Love's Not Over Yet, a sweeping ballad about love, loss, and fate. The teaser alone showed a grittier, more emotional version of Dimash that broke many hearts.
Yeah.
On his birthday, Dimash released Tao Ishinde, a love letter to his roots and his fans, an anthem in the Kazakh language. He also announced a global fan challenge by asking Deers to make tribute videos and keeping free flights, hotels, and concert tickets as the prize. In June, he held a live fan meeting in Barcelona, attended by over 400 fans from across the world. Not only did he converse in Spanish, but he also teased a Spanish language song for his November show.
Bro, this guy can literally go anywhere in the world and just mixed with them like he was born in that country, bro. He speaks 8 languages, I think so, and he can even sing, interpret without making mistakes in those languages. Bro, you don't know what that means. You don't know what that means.
Revealed plans to launch a vocal competition co-produced with Chinese network Hunan TV, where he would serve as producer and jury president. For someone once dubbed underrated, he was in the position to orchestrate the careers of others. July 2025 became witness to a historic moment. Dimash sang My Way on stage with Jose Carreras, Placido Domingo, and Hauser.
Damn.
Generational bridge with opera royalty beside the Kazakh prodigy. It was a spiritual passing of the torch, broadcast from Vietnam's Ho Guam Theater, met with a standing ovation. Yet despite all of this, some still ask, why hasn't he broken into the American mainstream the way he deserves? The answer is
I don't think he's really interested in doing that, pulling over to American and letting the world knows that, okay, you know, this guy is not about the competition stuffs. He's not about the cash that is behind it. He's just gifted, bro. This guy is too humane. So he doesn't want to show himself up. He doesn't want to show off his life. That's what I just think about this G. He just want to keep it low on a cool surface without doing too much and living his life.
he sings in many languages, but rarely English. His genre-defying style makes him hard to market. He doesn't fit the mold of pop, nor does he conform to what classical fans expect. He's too versatile, broad, and deeply rooted in tradition, and yet too modern to be pinned down. And perhaps most importantly, he refuses to play the fame game. He
Exactly.
guards his privacy and doesn't chase gossip or
No.
manufacture drama.
No.
In an age of curated personas, Dimash chooses to be mysterious to guard his private life. That mystery extends to his love life too. Fans have speculated for years about an old university flame who once deleted her social media after being hounded by his fan base. There was the iconic photo of Dimash holding hands with a masked woman, but nobody knows if it was a music video teaser or a romantic confession.
He's keeping his life 100% private. You know, when you are somebody like Dimash, I think for your security's sake, you need to be doing stuff like this. Although he was born like this, his mentality has always been like this, bro. You know, on the low, on the chilled way. And it's pretty good because, man, it can be so harmful. For real.
When asked in interviews, he simply replied, "My heart belongs to music." And now he's preparing for massive upcoming shows. New York's Madison Square Garden in October.
Wow. Yeah.
Barcelona in November. London soon after. His future includes more original music, more international collaborations, and a desire to nurture young talent. Dimash's fame is different. It's grand but not sudden. Rather, it's been built note by note,
Yeah.
choice by choice. What part of his journey resonates most with you?
No, this was a good documentary to understand how this guy has been for years, how he came up with his personality, bro. This was a good documentary. At least he helped me to understand what he has overcome through these years, bro. There are some shows pulling up very soon. I know for real that they're going to be sounded, bro. They're going to be dope for real. Damn, okay, Dimash. Nice. I love the way you keep your laugh so low. It's very important. You know, I'm some kind of the same. Too many wicked eyes around you, for real. Damn, this was pretty good. I really love this one. Thanks for you guys for watching. You already know what we do is your boy, Easy Boy. Please keep safe. Peace out.